everybody, and welcome on back to spelunking in this spooky cave. I was gonna try to say like this massive cave or something like that, but that's the best we got. Oh, let me make sure the mic's close enough. I do need to get a new microphone, a new headset eventually, so it's on the radar. But with just getting the new car, well, the new used car, I mean, very nice new car, it's gonna be expensive. I'm almost done paying off my cybersecurity boot camp though. That was 10 or no, it was only 8 grand for me as a CSU graduate. I got a 2 grand discount. Um, Still 8,000 bucks that I did not have though. And I already have like regular student loans. Oh, what is this? Oh no! So much of this. Okay. Oh no! There we go. Alright. I mean, it's good because the water is going to ensure that I don't like fall down and die. I say that, but I mean, I already got like several stacks. Yeah, but what's one more? Alright. Are you kidding me? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Huzzah! Alright, got those. There's some more over there. Wanna make sure I don't fall to my doom. This is a pretty nice place. I mean, look at that. Okay, that might be getting a little much. When I start crawling over lava. Gotta have my boundaries. Alright. Anyways, no, so these musings already, we started talking about like the wealthiest people in the world, why we want Russia to vote a certain way, or to have elections a certain way, or to rule their country a certain way, like of the people. Same with China, and those are really the only like last couple of hangups where we can't just have BRICS join NATO. Like it's a crazy idea, but if elections were open and fair and transparent, provable without a reasonable doubt, and like, accepted upon and agreed upon, and ours too. Like we got to work on being better about communicating how our elections are and are not stolen, which I still say Gore got gypped. For those that don't know, Al Gore lost to George Bush Jr., who started the 20-year invasion of the Middle East and over 9/11. I mean, it was a retaliation thing for being attacked, which there's still speculation. Again, South Park has an episode on how there's speculation about it being an inside job, which there's a lot of evidence. A lot. Like, if you watch Loose Change or Zeitgeist, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not completely sure. Um, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go swim on that. But anyways, there's just a lot of evidence that something happened. Not necessarily like, the government, like even because even the fact that Osama bin Laden was trained by the CIA to fight the Russians in Afghanistan, like there's that. There's evidence of like, oh, well, this person was already like kind of somewhat involved with, oh, what should we get rid of? Uh, Paper. All right. Anyways, just enough to raise questions, and there's a lot of secrecy around it. Like it was like discussed behind closed doors, like citing a matter of national security, but really like, I mean, blatant cover up or potential. Anyways, we don't know. Innocent until proven guilty, but it's very sus, very suspicious. Um, and then the South Park Dick Cheney pulls out a crossbow and shoots. Ah, oh gosh. And shoots a crossbow at the kids who are trying to investigate, and then like George Bush yawns and like drops the top secret plans to fake it or something. I don't know. But and then it just goes back and forth, and the kids are so confused. They're like, I don't even know anymore, dude. Let's just go home. And like that's a common mentality with the kids from South Park, is they're just like, screw this, guys. Let's go home. Like this is weird. This is nonsense. I'm over it. Like I'm done. Let's go. So I don't know. Oh, I'm excited to go to Casa Bonita. It's expensive, but oh, it's gonna be. Oh, there's axolotl with pants. It's a pantsalotl? Okay, actually. What? Ants in the pants? Freaking ants in the pants. Oh, and he's got sunglasses. A little baby. Alright, carry on. It's, there was, yeah, some more that way that I was going for. Um, so, anyways, in the efforts of global security, I mean, cybersecurity on steroids, basically. Um, yeah, ensuring transparent, accountable, and auditable elections would ensure every country be able to do that, ours included. Like, there's so much controversy over our elections still. I mean, I'm still debating that with people on the X app, like that the 2020 election was stolen. Now, mind you, oh, let's see. Oh, that's so cool. All right. I almost want to like mark this on the map. I guess like maybe we should build a base in the jungle area. We should probably just go ahead and head back now if I can find. I mean, worst case, I'll just drill straight up. Ooh, as I see 6 more ore. Oh yeah. So, and we trust our money with MFA, our banks and everything. Like that's our livelihood, our savings, like our security, everything. We trust it to multi-factor authentication and an email or a phone number, usually both. And just because of that, like I feel like the votes should be okay and secured and protected and for people's eyes only, which I don't see why the government can't see who voted which way. I mean, I know that it sounds bad in hindsight. I feel like someone's gonna be like, look at this jerk, like saying, "Oh, go ahead and take us over," total dictator government or whatever. But it's like the boogeyman, the spook. That's not gonna happen. Like, sorry, that's oof, a spooky thing. There you go. Let's say it that way. Um, Jeez, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Anyways, um, how do we get out of here? I mean, why not? Oh, and more. How are we doing on even this one? 36. Okay. And I only have Fortune 2. I think you can get to Fortune 3. And I would have even more iron. Anyways. And I read through a lot of pages of articles and evidence and back and forth. And like it needs to be in a presentable way, like a whiteboard. Like we need to be able to whiteboard ideas. In fact, maybe that's just something, but it has to be free and accessible to all. Like, because if you put up a paywall on it, which kind of to the extent XApp is, like I pay to have the blue check mark and have the benefits of being able to write long replies. Okay, now, oh, I think it might be out that way. If not, there's more iron. But I see it looks like outdoor-ish right there, or through there. And really, we should just have open transparency for everyone. I mean, that way, oh, jeez. If you have problems with other countries, you can just see, well, this is how our people want it, and this is why, and we could talk about it and be like, oh, okay, like the Middle East especially, like they're pretty much becoming a lot like us, and we're adopting, some respect things from their side of the world. Like, I mean, we're all kind of like picking and choosing what we like best and like what we don't like, and then kind of making it accordingly. Let's see. And England's still got a king. I mean, like we want to preach democracy and like government of the people all day, but at the end of the day, England, our biggest ally, has got a king thing going on. So, yeah. Okay. Shall we continue? Oh, wait, how many? Oh, I see one over there. Um, mm, I think that's like 8 at best. So that's 3. We've got at least 2 of raw iron. I'm sure I'll find more. And I can get 62 of that. So, alright, onward. Axolotls are so cool. They got sunglasses. Alright, now, do I go up there? Oh, yeah, this looks like where I first dropped down. Alright, on the road again. Oh, jeez. Alright. Hiya. Oh. Oh, okay, it's a lake. I was like, that looks very dangerous. Going all the way in there. I already saw some iron. Alright, now let's see if we can get it. This is really cool, though. I wouldn't mind having a base right here. Yeah, we need to build a settlement here. Gotta watch out for magma blocks. Like, could you imagine just having a hut, like with a glass bottom there? Maybe put a bunch of coral in there. Sea pickles. Yeah. Alright, hmm. Alright, now let's go back around. We gotta be careful because the ground could just drop out like that. So, I don't know. And the New World Order is as described by, I think, William Bradley Cooper, the guy who wrote Behold a Pale Horse, which he was a former Navy um, person. I don't remember his rank, but he was pretty high up in the Navy, and he was in the Navy for quite a few years, I think. And saw a bunch of things, wrote about things like alien spaceships popping up out of the water, at least UFOs, just strange things like coming and going from the water. Which could be animals too, if you think about it, or even like interplanetary animals. That would be interesting. Just like some space hawks flying through. Like, anyways, oh, look at that moon too. Some beautiful scenery around in the Minecrafts. But we're gonna have to see if we can find that lake when we come back here to build a base. For now, we shall continue to explore. So, I don't know, a lot of open communication between the citizens too. Like we should have a lot more interaction or ways to interact with the citizens of other countries. Like, yeah, the leaders will do what they want, but like if the citizens were able to talk to them themselves, like and we were able to be trusted with interacting with people from around the world, and that is social media, which it still has a long way to go, but like thankfully to things like translation, like I follow a bunch of Chinese and Asian accounts and well, not a bunch, but I follow a few, and I have a few following me. I feel like that's an important inside look at how some Americans think, not all. I mean, and I think that's also why it's important. Like the stuff that I do, I get in arguments with my own side quite a bit, actually. So, which is fun. Well, not quite a bit, but I exaggerate a lot. Ooh, that's cool. You have like water up here, and then a whole separate body of water down there. So, all right, we still haven't found the spruce. Fairly certain it's spruce, and this is the birch, in case you were wondering from our old, from what we were talking about earlier, which is more like aspens in Colorado, and we do have a lot of aspens. All right. Oh, but anyways, the Behold the Pale Horse. It talks about the New World Order as having one commonly accepted religion, or a main one, but tolerance of all religions, and it was like one main language, but tolerance and use of all languages. Like it was, or something like that. There was a bunch of points that supposedly to a new world order that even George Bush Jr. supported. And oh, and I never finished that. The Al Gore Bush election was won by Florida's electoral votes were the deciding factor, and those were ruled to be in favor of George Bush Jr. because of hanging chads. Like they invalidated a bunch of votes that had, and this was when there was like pencil and paper, and they were punching a hole through it, or like even just a poker. It doesn't have to be a pencil; it could just be like a metal pointy thing. But anyways, and they would actually poke out the circle to mark who they voted for. And the hanging chad was that piece of paper was still hanging to the back of the vote. They didn't punch it all the way through cleanly and successfully, so the votes didn't count. We're talking Florida, which is a well-known retirement community. It's like one big gated retirement community. I mean, not everybody, but I mean a lot of people. And so you think about it, like people that aren't really at the spryest of their life, punching holes in paper. Maybe a bit on the feeble side, and or even just the lazy or unaware. You know, close enough. I'm sure they understand what I meant. And then it's that back to that rule book following where it doesn't matter so much about logic, it matters about what was written, and then possibly interpretations of that. I don't know, kind of like how the Supreme Court and their interpretation. All nine voted to keep Trump on all the ballots, like he could not be removed for inciting an insurrection. And I don't know, the definition of insurrection, like that should be well debated and discussed why it is and why it isn't. I mean, there were the hearings, which that was hours and hours of watching, hearings. There should be a synopsis, and then with key clips of supporting data, and that's it. Just cut it, edit it out. YouTube videos. Eventually, I like to think that if I was making videos, I'd make them all edited very well. As it is, it's just me rambling and playing games. So, I'm really liking this map, but as you can see, I'm pretty sure the south middle the middle south area is all a bunch of aspens. Or spruce, not aspens, sorry, spruce. Alright, we should probably start heading on up. Oh, ooh, hold on a second. Sorry, which we're getting close to having tolerance for all religions. I mean, unless it's like clearly illegal or like unsafe or cultish, or then those, then you get a police raid on Waco, Texas. But which I think they gunned down a lot of people that weren't armed. I want to say, or even if they were, maybe it was loosely. Or I mean, it's Texas. I kind of want to say almost everybody's armed. Like the baby strollers got packing. So and America, who I mean, I don't know. The melting pot, and the world has already been quite a melting pot as well. I mean, as travel's been done. Oh yeah, look at all that. That's so cool. Oh, let's just get it. They're kind of a ways away. Oh, that is a ways away. Oh my gosh. Ah. Yes, let's do it. It's worth it. Oh wait, what's it worth it to us? Like 30 dirt? Yeah, okay. Oh no, okay. Bad idea, bad idea. That would have been hilarious for the episode. Oops. Okay. Turn in like a full circle. Alright, at least with this waterway I can kind of just like mosey on up, grab a tree, and then mosey on back. Because I want to say we only have jungle trees back at the main base. And this is a much better way to gather wood. Okay. Yeah, this place already has some really nice waterways, so I'm liking this map. We'll make a base here. We'll make a base in that jungle area, which is actually pretty close to the other one. Although the bamboo works pretty well. We get a lot of wood from that. And that's pretty good fuel for smelting and whatnot. Alright, sorry, I was just like deep in thought about the differences between gender identity and actual transgender surgery. Sorry, that's like the one big thing that I differed from those two people that blocked me. Uh, and that just it bothers me a little bit. Just because, I mean, that's what a lot of people, Russia and like the way Putin, I don't know. From the people I've talked to, they're more concerned about kids making life-changing decisions and then regretting it. That's it. Like it's right up there with like getting a tattoo or a piercing or which a lot of those are regretted, but at least it's just, a tattoo or a piercing. I mean, if you jeopardize your ability to reproduce and pass on your bloodline, your heritage, your identity, like create life, like taking away the ability to create life, I think that's the biggest. Now, that said, what if you store the ability to do that? Put it on ice. I mean, I'd have to see what the actual chance. Sorry, that took a really weird turn, but like, just saying, like that's what I was debating about. And then the Russia thing. The only reason I was really excited about the Putin Tucker interview was it showed a humanistic side of Putin. He's still vastly wealthy, more than he should be, for holding power longer than he should. I mean, he might be a great leader, but at the end of the day, he's got all this money, and all these, oligarchs have a lot of money. Why not make some of that go back to the people? And maybe it is. I'd have to see what the tax rates are, because that would be embarrassing if like their wealthy actually paid back in, or maybe even not taxes. Maybe they have a better system where they choose where to donate a certain amount of money to what they want to do. I don't know. Ultimately, it comes down to a great reset where, all the wealth just kind of poof disappears and then everybody has like comfortable living. Like, and we all work together with open communication, education, cooperation, all of these things, fix Earth, fix the atmosphere, get everybody to be able to exercise and have a decent home. And, like I said, education. Education's easy though. They just need internet and a computer, and that it's hard for a lot of places in the world still, but we're getting there. All right, let's see. So I have plenty of. Yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and continue on exploring. Tally ho! And we have a stack of wood too. So, or do we? Because we're gonna have to give up something to get the boat. Yep, sideways ET. The real ones will know. And yeah, really communication is the key because the better we can communicate with other cultures and other societies, the better we can understand that we're all in this together. I mean, even if the yacht people want to spell that out, and it makes a lot of people roll their eyes, and understandably so, myself included. Like, if you if you're hanging out on your yacht, we are not in the same boat. There's people getting bombed. There's people like living on the streets. Like, it's whew, people having to live in crammed houses while they could live on your yacht and actually be comfortable. And in fact, as I say that, that's not a bad idea. Live on a yacht. I mean, if you have the shower and everything, although that would be complicated. Same with RV. My buddy's got an RV and he does some camping for extended periods. It's like, man, I can't see that. Also, he showed what is that? Sent me the link to Trump's I don't know, reaction to the primaries. So I think the primaries it's closing or it's already closed, and Or no, I think it's closing because I saw a bunch of numbers ticking around. Maybe the results are just still coming in. I don't know. But either way, it looks like Trump versus Biden again. And if it's the same as last time, it's going to be Biden by the popular vote, and then it's going to be a debate for the electorals. And we'll see, that people are going to cry um, stolen election. I mean, either way, and I guess there's always a little bit of that, but like there was especially a lot of discrepancy, and there was a lot of strange things going on. I mean, it wasn't for nothing. Like there was a lot of like, and I don't know if they were like anything from paid actors to just as emboldened and tricked, or duped, convinced. What am I even doing here? Jeez. There we go. Oh, ah, come on. There we go. Get good. Hardcore parkour with a drift. All right. Oh no, I'm drifting. Of course, I could just say that every time, even if it's my own fault. Ah, look at that. The nighttime of that village. It's a pretty nice village on a hillside. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's our land bridge over there. Okay, so we're going that way. Eventually, we gotta get up to the top of this thing. All right. We do have tools. Like, we can do that much faster. All right. This music. I love it. Just some gentle piano playing. Hmm. Oh, and the moon again. That's right. The moon changes, has different variations. And yeah, we were talking about. I haven't seen a swamp in a while. I want to say they exist in both versions. This is Bedrock, but I haven't. I mean, there's mangrove swamps, right? But it's been a minute since I've seen a legitimate swamp, so I don't know. Oh, what is all this? More iron. Well, we just tossed the iron, so. Oh man. Okay, well, what? It's like dense forest, then it like falls away, and we actually got to go back that way anyway to continue exploring and clearing the map. So, I mean, not the end of the world if we lose a little or efficiency. It's better than being dead and then having to come all the way back out here and get all the stuff and hope that none of the stuff disappeared. And stuff gets scattered pretty insanely. Like you might be looking on the top on treetops, like around the trees, under other trees, like down in crevices, still up on the top of the hill where you fell off from, where you falled off. Wow. Look at that. Nice big old birch forest, some mushroom. That's dark oak. I mean, which is nice. We could get, you know what? Uh, should do that too. Nah, I'm good for now. We can always do that later on. Like, oh no. Oh, that would be bad. Okay, I go this way. Oh, all right. So, anyways, New World Order is just like the United Countries of Earth, or what the UN was supposed to be. But I'd be interested to know why the UN doesn't work out as much. Like, I don't know, like to have a whiteboard or like an ongoing scoreboard or summary or tally of what the UN is talking about doing, and at a glance, like these things should be easy to understand, visually appealing, not daunting or confusing in any way, just straight facts. I mean, and like there is news reporting, but even that, watching like a half hour to an hour of news when you could just have like all the stuff, look at it, and then choose when you're done looking at it, and then move on to something else. Like if you're watching something, like you're held captive there, you're engaged. Like you have to. Let's see. Well, there's the alarm. We didn't really get much explored. Let's see. Whoops. In the grass. So, all right. Well, that's an episode, and I think I need to go do some chores for a bit, but we'll come back and we'll finish exploring safely. We'll try to get around this giant crevice without dying. So, ta-ta for now, and I will see you in the next one.